What up? What's good, everybody? Welcome to the live. It's been a minute, man. Been a minute since I went live, man. How y'all doing this morning? What up? Q&A. We'll do that. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What up? What's happening? See if I can go live on TikTok. It's been a minute. TikTok be showing love, man. So we're gonna go ahead and go live over there. What's good, y'all? Top of the morning. Hey, if you guys can hear me and see me, just type 1 in the chat. What up? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? We got Ruben. Ruben, what up? What's good? What's happening, man? Who got their workouts in this morning? Type of flex emoji if you did your workout today. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know the vibes. Yeah. Okay. What up? What up? What up? What up? We got the homie Andre Hinton. What up? What's good? Ruben said he did a shoulder workout. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. Winners make it happen early. You know what I'm saying? Good. I heard a wise man once say, "You win the morning, you win the day." What up? What's good? TikTok, what up? What's good, y'all? Mac Main says, "What's a good protein powder?" I like Owen. I think Owen's dope. You know, it's got protein, it's got fiber, it's got everything you need. I think that's a good one. Francisco, what's good? What up? Guys, type in the chat. Where y'all from, man? Who we got in the building today? Y'all about to help me get through this Stairmaster session. Yeah, climbing these stairs, baby. Indiana's in the building. Sorry to hear that. You know, we got Laredo, Texas in the building. What up? You know, I was in Indiana last year for a business conference. I went to the WWE Royal Rumble. And yeah, man, Indiana's, it's cool, but you know, I don't know if I would want to go there again. Nothing against Indiana though, man. Shout out to y'all. What up? What up? What we got here? My man's Buffalo Brave says, "I don't know. I think drinking water keeping you big as hell." That hasn't been my experience. It's been quite the opposite. Guys, type in the chat. Where y'all from? Who else we got in the building? Who else we got in the building? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? That's fantastic. What up? What up? What's good? Who's in the building? Okay, we got Richmond, Virginia's in here. What up, Richmond? MS. What's MS? That's Mississippi, right? Minnesota, right? Shout out to Minnesota. What up? What's good? Midwest. You know what I'm saying? That's my original stomping ground before I took my talents to South Beach. Okay, we got, yeah, Mississippi. See? I remember a little bit of my social studies. Just a little bit. What's good? What's good, y'all? What's the best creatine? Monohydrate. Monohydrate's the most studied. It's the most proven. You know, Juan says, "What's up, bro? What up? What's poppin'?" Jeff Francisco, how to use steroid newbie here. You asking the wrong guy. You know, I ain't never used steroids before, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm the authority to give you that information. I've done everything naturally myself for the past 10 years. Coached over 1,000 guys to get in shape. We did it all natural, right? So I don't know if I'm the right guy to ask that question, but I appreciate you asking anyway. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you respecting my authority enough to ask. You know what I'm saying? Hendry says, Natty Gang. What's happening? You know the vibes. Michael, how you feel about the peptide craze? I think it's interesting, man. You know, if you look into peptides, peptides are just amino acids, so they don't act like hormones in the body where your body becomes dependent on it to produce, sort of hormones essentially. So like when you take TRT, for example, you're gonna be on that shit forever, right? Because once you get on testosterone, it shuts down your body's ability to produce its own, and you gotta keep, sticking yourself in the ass with that needle to get your testosterone for the rest of your life. But with but with peptides signal your body to produce its own, testosterone, for example, or whatever hormone they're targeting. So I think it's interesting, some people get results with it, like you guys know Ozempic and all of that, those are just peptides, right? But I think the bigger issue that people are running into is they think peptides are like the cheat code, right? Like, I'll tell y'all a quick story. One of my, and when I film content, sometimes I'll hop in an Uber and somebody in the area will just pick me up. So my neighbor actually picked me up for an Uber ride, to take me to go film some content in Miami, right? And long story short, the whole ride he was just talking about peptides because he seen me on YouTube, right? And he was just, talking about all the stuff that he's tried and he wants to try all of this, but he's still fat, right? So even though he's buying all these peptides, injecting himself, experimenting with all of them, it hasn't changed the foundational habits that made him a fat boy, right? And that's not disrespect to him. He's a cool. If you don't change the habits, it don't matter what you inject yourself with, right? It's you still gonna look like shit. You might feel a little bit better. You might see a little bit more success than you would have without it, but it's not gonna create like a drastic transformation. Hopefully that makes sense. Hendry says, any advice on a young man trying to create content? Yeah, start, right? I coach, so not only do I coach people, who are looking to get in shape and improve their health and fitness and their lifestyle, but I got guys on my team who help me hold my clients accountable, and I'm coaching those guys on how to be content creators, be leaders as men, and be better coaches. And one thing I've noticed amongst all of them is they overthink that shit, right? And so I'm saying that to you to say, like, when it comes to content especially, just put out as much as you can as fast as possible, right? Like I heard somebody say once, I look to get it wrong as quickly as I can, because the quicker you get it wrong, the faster you can make the corrections to get it right. So hopefully that makes sense, but like don't overthink the whole content thing, man. Just put out as much as you can, as quickly as possible, so that you can, one, get feedback of what people in your audience actually value, and two, right now, if you haven't been doing content, you're not good at it, right? And that's not disrespect, that's just facts, right? You suck at the shit, just like you suck at everything initially, right? Babies don't come out of the womb knowing how to walk. They come out barely being able to hold their head up. But what happens is, as they grow, as they strengthen up, they get taught to walk, they fail a few times, and then they get better at it. That's you with content. You got to start, you got to be bad to get good. You know what I'm saying? My man said I came out hitting the cha-cha slide. You know what I'm saying? But he was a rare baby for sure. You know how wild that would be? You know, to push a baby out and that motherfucker come out dancing and shimmying and shit. That would be crazy. Shashawn, Cory, my brother, been feeling sore throat, some upper respiratory last couple of days. Sorry to hear that, man. What's a quick tip when you get sick? I don't get sick. That's the tip. Like, I haven't been sick well, I should say I've been sick once in the past 6 years, right? And the reason that is I just take care of myself so well that I don't get sick. The reason you guys get sick is because either cortisol levels is fucked up, right? So you're too stressed out, you're not getting an appropriate amount of sleep, you know, or just other factors, whether it be the consumption of a lot of highly inflammatory processed foods is messing with your stress levels in your body, you know, or you're just overdoing it on your training, right? You're not recovering well. So cortisol stops the immune system's ability to fight viruses. And then also, you know, if your nutrients are not up to standard, right? Like if you're not getting enough vitamin D, for example, you know, vitamin D deficiency will lead to poor immune system health. So, you know, you got to make sure you're getting the appropriate nutritional targets as far as not just the food, but the micronutrients, so your immune system can perform. I would say supplement with vitamin D3, especially if you're a person of color. You should supplement with more, because our skin is designed to block some of the rays of vitamin D we get from the sun, right? So, yeah, like, you just got to work on taking better care of yourself so it don't happen in the first place, right? Like, focus more on sleep, 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night. You know, supplement with vitamin D3, somewhere between 5 to 10,000 IUs is good enough for most people. And then, you know, just don't be out here getting stressed out. The best chips to get ripped? Shit. It's not eating chips, man. Fuck them chips. Chips keep you big as hell. Mad Militia. Thoughts on air sculpt for people who want a head start? What is that? What's air sculpt? Can you tell me in the comments? Because I'm an old trainer, man. I've been training for 10 years. A lot of this new shit, man, wasn't around when I started coaching people. I'm like 290 trying to get down to 200. I go to the gym, lost 20 pounds. Hey, congratulations. Congrats, bro. Any protein powder? I don't know. What's your macros right now, and how frequently are you hitting your protein targets with what you got? Right? Because if you're hitting your protein without the powder, you don't need the powder. Mad Militia says, I'm a ChatGPT you real quick. 1 sec. Are you gonna ChatGPT me? Yeah, I'm on there. ChatGPT knows who I am. You know. So yeah, ask it about Cory Armstrong Fitness. It'll tell you about your boy. That was one of the most fun things to do. Like a year or so ago, when I discovered it, I was like, oh shit, the AI systems know who I am. I just searched for myself on there. But don't tell it to make you a plan like me, because it's not gonna be accurate. Spencer says, what's up? What up? User says, I be down on my protein by like 30. Why is that, user? What are you doing, you know, to where it's only 30 grams shy? Like, why are you not hitting it every day? That's what you gotta ask yourself. Basically lipo, but way less invasive. Why would you want lipo? Right? What does lipo do? Lipo just sucks some of the fat out your body, right? Why not just get in the calorie deficit and burn it yourself? Michael says, how down get a Coach Cory planner or cookbook? So first of all, I would feel like a hypocrite if I wrote a cookbook because I don't cook no more, right? That's why you ain't gonna see no fucking cookbook or barely any cooking videos from me because I ain't cooked in 6 years, man. I've been on meal prep companies, right? That's my cheat code. So two things happened that changed my life. One was losing that 50 pounds in 5 months, 10 years ago, right? And so when I did that, I had a system where I was cooking, right? But I made it simple. And then I started training people and I started making money. All right, I started making 6 figures. I started doing the math on like how much I make per hour coaching people. And then I weighed that out with how much time it would take me to cook. And I was like, shit, this is a waste of money. Why would I cook when I could pay somebody who would do it for less than my hourly rate? Right? So I just traded my money for their time to get those hours back so I could put more hours into what I love to do, which is coach you motherfuckers, man. Right? So I don't be cooking. Right? So that's why you ain't gonna see no cookbook from me. As far as a planner, bro, I got so many guides for free. You just gotta tell me what you need help with, and I can tell you which one to download. Big C, answer the questions. Are the allegations true? What allegations? What are you talking about? Maniac Manson. Hey Cory, been doing OMAD for 2 weeks. I'm down like 7 pounds. Hey, let's clap it up for Maniac. Big dog Maniac. Losing the motherfucking weight. Good job. You know, last night got 1330 calories and 217 grams of protein. Yeah, you crushing it, bro. You able to get 200 grams of protein in one meal? You going beast mode, man. I don't know if I'll be able to do that myself personally in one meal, but shout out to you for making it happen. Sounds like it's working. 7 pounds and 2 2 weeks? That's fantastic. Congrats to you. Wish you nothing but more success, my brother. This is gonna have you big as hell. Yeah, man, some of this shit be having y'all out here big as hell. Yeah. Nav1TY said there's allegations about me, but hasn't circled back to confirm said allegations. So I'm gonna assume you was trolling. I appreciate you pulling up either way. Hey, TikTok coins. Yeah, you definitely out here trolling, bro. You ain't even told me what the allegations was. What up? Greetings. Greetings. Hey, I appreciate you either way, man. Bespoke, just follow. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Thank you, Bespoke. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the movement. We're gonna get all type of success. So who we got in the building now, man? Type in the chat. Where y'all from? Let me know what cities we got in the building right now. Yeah, if my man over here is who asks about content, if he's still on, this is a pro tip. You do cardio and you talk to your people. We got Newark, New Jersey in the building. What up? Milwaukee, what's popping? We got Florida. All right, that's my neck of the woods, man. I'm out here in South Florida, man. Shout out to Florida in the building. Yeah, man. Indiana, damn. Damn. Nah, I'm messing with you, man. Shout out to Indiana. Yeah, man. Yeah. SWFL. What's that? Southwest Florida? What city? Because I'm out here in Fort Lauderdale. I'm in Southeast, baby. What's good? So Indiana's a crap hole. I don't think anybody's going to argue with you about that. You know, Fort Myers, yeah, man. Shout out to Fort Myers, man. I went there like 2 years ago. I went over there. I took this boat that takes you to Key West. It's called the Key West Express. It's like a taxi, but it's on the water. It's super dope. Yeah, man. Fort Lauderdale, man. Shout out to us. Broward in the building. All right, guys. What else can I help y'all with, man? Type some questions in the chat, man. I want to help y'all be great. Do you smoke or drink? Hell no. I do not smoke or drink. What the fuck would that do for my life? You know, nothing that's beneficial or adding anything of value. Because the thing about it is, people smoke and drink to escape from reality. My position is, why would I want to escape from a reality that I've created for myself, that I enjoy being in, right? Like, people out here, you know, smoking and drinking to get some relaxation, you know what I'm saying? To be like on a mental vacation. I feel like I'm on a vacation every day. I love my life. Dark Dimension says, thanks again. No problem. Is the carnivore diet any good? Nah, I think that shit's trash. Why would you give up carbs to lose weight when you don't have to? All you really have to do is, you know, burn more calories than you consume, focus on your macros for that. And if you've done that and it doesn't work, you got to focus on your hormones, right? You got to look at your blood work and fix what's going on internally. So externally, your results will reflect that change. You know, if you guys go download my Men's Macro Mastery book, it's free. It goes in depth about, you know, how you establish your macros, how you hit them, you know, how you lose fat without giving up carbs, right? That's stupid to give up carbs forever. And then, you know, what hormones to look at and how to fix them if you want to optimize your success. Dark Dimensions lost 57 pounds. Yo, let's clap it up for Dark Dimensions, man. Do you club or party? Not no more, man. I'm retired. I used to, but not no more. Stairmaster, you know the vibes. Hell yeah. On the stairs, baby. With carbs, only put a little more on the plate if you plan to be active. I would agree with that, Mr. Aquarius. Shashan, appreciate the tips. Prevent getting sick. We'll focus on 8 to 10 hours of sleep. Do you believe over-the-counter meds or natural? Like ginger, honey, and stuff? So I'm one of the people that will say, if you just focus on what I told you, lowering your stress levels, getting more sleep, focusing more on your micros, like, you know, vitamin D3, for example, or even getting enough sodium in, right? If you're already sick, because sodium is tied to your immune system too. A lot of the times that will take care of a lot of your issues. You know, you don't necessarily need all that ginger. I mean, ginger's cool. It's anti-inflammatory. It's antioxidant. Same thing with like turmeric, things like that. But do you need it? No. Stairmaster Made me watch my calories more. 500 calories after an hour. Prefer not eating 500. Yeah, I feel you on that. My man's Oscar says, putting in that work. What would you recommend diet-wise for a truck driver? I do physical work, delivering food service, so I'm hustling, breaking pallets. I think you got to get out of that mentality that like there's like a special truck driver diet, right? Like if you have that belief, that's what's holding you back, you know, because you think that there has to be an exception to the rule because of your lifestyle. Like, nah, man, it's like you got to figure out what the amount of calories you need for your goal is. So if it's losing fat, you got to do the math on yourself, right? If you don't know how to do that, just go grab my free macro guide. But yeah, once you see what a calorie deficit is for you, if you're looking to lose some fat, for example, you just do whatever you got to do to hit them numbers. That's it. I've helped countless truck drivers, man, and it's not no special rule book for them. It's just sometimes they got to be a little more creative because they, you know, not at home. If they over the road, they in hotels. So, you know, they got to know what to order when they at the restaurant or what to get at the truck stop or gas station. So, yeah, that's my take on it, man. Get your numbers and focus on hitting your numbers. That's it. I use that app every day. That one you told me about, Yuka. Yeah, Yuka's cool. Will eating diet sodas keep me big as hell? Well, first of all, I don't think anybody eat diet soda, right? How you gonna eat a liquid, bro? So that's first of all. Second of all, I don't think diet sodas keep you big as hell. I think, you know, I think it's neutral. I think it's like, it don't make you fat, but it don't help you lose weight either, right? Because there's no calories, but it doesn't help with your performance in the gym, right? It doesn't help with your hydration levels. It doesn't help with repairing muscle. It's just flavored liquid, bro. So if you want something sweet in your mouth, sure, right? Go for it. But I'm not that type of guy. Like, I don't need a little something sweet in my mouth to feel good about my day. I feel good about my day regardless. Right, no matter what. Big Will knows says, what's up, bro? What up? Beehive, are machines better than free weights for muscle growth? No, not at all. Free weights are superior. I think you should use them both though. They both have their benefits. What's a full day of eating looking like morning to night? Can I have candy and ice cream on Valentine's Day? Uncle Charlie, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. You're an adult, that's first of all. Second of all, I think that depends on your goals, right? If you look at the macros on what you eat throughout the day and line that up with the macros for, you know, your candy or ice cream or whatever. 9 times out of 10, if you have ice cream or candy or whatever, that means the other stuff you eat in the day is going to be lower calories to make room for that, right? I was telling the client yesterday, I said, look, if you want to have ice cream, right? Because he told me about this stuff called protein pints. Y'all probably seen it in like Target or something. Protein pint is like protein ice cream, right? So he was like, yeah, man, can I have this? And I was like, what you do is you start so you track your meals, right? You use MyFitnessPal or whatever your food tracking app is, doesn't matter which one, right? You start your day with the dessert shit, right? So let's say you ain't ate yet. You log that in first to see, all right, this is how much this is gonna take up for the day. And then what you do is you fill in the rest of the day with the calories you have less. Because you already know that the candy or the ice cream or whatever dessert bullshit that you have is gonna be more calorie dense. So you start your day with it and then you work your way backwards with the rest of your meals. Hopefully that was helpful. If you guys want me to go live again this week, just type live in the chat. I'm gonna see if I can, you know, make that happen for y'all. Appreciate y'all coming through, by the way. Y'all helped me get through my cardio. Now I'm about to go lift weights. Okay, B-Half wants me to go live again. Shashan, okay. Just 2 people, that's it. Nobody else wants me to go live. Y'all don't fuck with this shit. It's cool if y'all don't, man. Okay, there goes some more. Big Will, all right. B, all right. Do you have a live schedule? Nah, not yet. But we'll work on it. For sure. All right, y'all. Hey, I appreciate y'all coming through. Let's keep getting some wins this week. Talk to y'all next time. Peace.